So with that, I'm starting this meeting. This is a Kubernetes SIG Docs meeting, January 21st, 2020. So some quick updates and reminders. This week's PR Wrangler is simply Tunde, and next week's PR Wrangler is the illustrious Steve Perry, who's here on the call. And definitely take a look at the PR Wrangler shifts if you're on. I know a lot of people are just coming off break and we're coming up to speed figuring out what the year looks like. So take a look at the PR Wrangler shifts, mark your calendars when you're up. And to kick things off, Savitha, you have a 1.18 docs update.
Yep. So we are done with the shadow orientation, and the team's working on the branch sync up. The first master to dev 1.18 branch sync up has been completed, and we are waiting on the enhancement freeze, which is I think January 28th to start the docs tracking. So far, so good. We are all green for now.
All right.
About it.
Do you know who the other shadows are?
Yeah. So Irvi, Seth, Chima, and the lead is Vinit. Do you want me to copy paste the names?
Yeah, if you could, that'd be great.
Sure.
Awesome. Thanks. Diagrams. There's a statement of work from David K on having architecture diagrams for SIG Docs. Is there somebody on the call who wants to speak to this item?
Yeah, I had volunteered to be part of that effort, and I just looked through the doc, and it looks good to me. I just made one comment in there because he talks about icons, and my comment was, let's say what we mean by icon, because I wasn't sure if it meant representation of a product / feature, or if it meant an element in an architectural diagram, like, you know, a network or a load balancer.
Yeah, does this relate to the existing architecture diagrams that Andrew worked on? Or are these different?
That who worked on?
That Andrew Chen worked on?
I think this is a separate initiative. Just at our last quarterly meeting, it came up that there was some inconsistency, and we might want to you know, get someone to work on this, to make recommendations as to how we do diagrams, what our style is, maybe even what our tools are, that kind of thing.
Okay. And should other folks in the group review this document as well? Or it looks like Zach's reviewed it. But do you need other reviewers to take a look at this as well?
I'd say anyone who's interested should, but I don't think it's necessary. So.
Okay. All right. Any other comments on that?
Well, this was one of two things that I signed up for. And the other one was, I had said that I would either write or, you know, participate in writing a statement of work for someone to create a video that we could show before doc sprints on how to get yourself set up in GitHub. So
okay.
That's on my radar. And in another week or two, I'll start putting some energy into that.
Sounds good. Are you going to, is the plan for that to create a sort of proposal, your statement of work, and then create a script. And then would you need additional sort of AV resources to record that?
Yeah,
are you going for like super professional or more of a sort of like, here's a screenshot and like a series of screencasts? How'd you do this?
Yeah, the idea is that I don't feel like I have time to do the work, but I might have time to describe what work needs to be done. And I think the idea is that we might be able to hire someone through the CNCF to, you know, take this as a contract.
Mm-hmm. And then budget for creating a video. Okay. So these are next steps. The next steps for that would be you're going to create a proposal with a budget for creating the video, and then defining I think maybe we as a group or a few other folks would need to come up with sort of what the script is going to look like.
Maybe I was thinking that we would do less, that, you know, through CNCF, we would hire someone to do this from the ground up, but we would say,
Okay.
here are the key ideas we want to convey. Now, it might be that as we get into describing the work, it turns out it's just easier to write the script than it is to describe what needs to be. So I'll kind of figure that out as I go along.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And did you have like a timeline where you would want to have this done by, or a specific event you'd like to demo this at?
Well, I said it would be a work item for me in Q1 to write the description of work, but I'm going to try to get that done by 3 weeks from now. So we didn't put a date on when the video would be done. We just said that I would write a description of what should be done during Q1.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could like just sort of sticking a pin in, like, write the docs would be early May, which might be too soon, but like OSCON would be like June, I think, and that might be a good place.
Yeah, that'd be great.
To demo this. So I'm more just sort of putting that in my mind, and I'll plant that in Zach and Jim's and other folks' minds to like, hey, like this might be a good time to do this. So maybe Q2 demo with the rollout, possibly at OSCON. Cool. Okay. Thanks a lot, Steve.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So security docs, is there an update on that? Do we know who is going to provide the update on security docs?
My guess is that's going to be Jim. I decided I had to drop out of that group, so they've scheduled a new meeting, a weekly, or every couple of weeks kind of meeting, but I haven't been attending.
Yeah. So okay, I'll ping Jim. Yeah, there's a bullet from last meeting as well, but it's not been followed up, and there's no name on it either. So maybe like I'll follow up with Jim on status. All right. Blog update.
So we have 3 posts going out this week. Cube Invaders, the Docs 2019 update went out today. And then we have a post on CSI support for inline volume. So all 3 of those will go out this week. And then we have another one in the pipeline on Kube8 or OpenStack with Kube8 that we're reviewing. So blog meeting meets after this today if anybody's interested.
What time is the blog meeting?
It is at 11:30.
30. And is there like a link to more information if people want to attend?
Yeah, I thought I dropped it in the agenda last week, but
Let me check.
I can drop it in here if it's not there. I can also I'll just put in the agenda.
Ah, okay. Awesome, thank you. And there was also a doodle for new times for the meeting.
Yeah, I'm not
SIG
sure.
Docs.
I put this together. I missed last week's meeting, so I'm not sure if we went over this. I was going to drop this in the SIG Docs Slack channel today and just ask everyone to fill it out by end of week.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that'd be, yeah.
Zach mentioned
Tabitha, you were awesome at filling it out, but I don't think anybody else has filled it out. So I'll
Zach
have to sign in to
mentioned
do
it
that.
last week.
Okay, cool.
And Caitlin, I missed, what was the first blog post you mentioned?
Cube invaders.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Cube invaders.
Cube invaders. Okay, I think I got that right, but feel free to.
Yeah, I'll look in
Feel
there.
free to edit away. So yeah, please fill out the doodle. I'll also post that in Slack. Definitely. I think we're more just verifying that this time is a good time for folks, and if there are better times or other times that everyone's available, let me know. I for one have a conflict at 11 now on a regular basis because that's my new Agile stand-up. So I wouldn't mind a 10 o'clock meeting, but I am also pretty flexible. So, so yeah, please fill out that doodle if you get a chance. And if you'd like to join the blog meeting, that's at 11:30. And feel free to jump in there and take a look at the agenda. Anything else, Caitlin?
Nope, that's it.
And there's a PR template change. But I don't think Tim B is on the call. So can anybody else speak to this? I haven't had a chance to look at this. It looks like there's a new template for pull requests when people submit a pull request for requested information. That specifically mentions you know, features and branches that the PR will land in. I would take a look at that. I can't comment on that because I am not informed enough to say one way or the other. But I'll let Tim talk about that next week. So it seems like, based on the conversation on Slack, there's some confusion as to whether or not it's the last Wednesday of every month or the fourth Wednesday of every month. So I believe the calendar invite for APAC meetings is set to the last Wednesday of every month. So I think that's what's generating some confusion. But I'm going to go ahead and give these updates to folks in Slack and just announce that we have a meeting and save this recording. And if the group on Slack decides to have an APAC meeting today as well, I leave that up to them. But thank you all for your time. Is there anything else that I missed that you'd like to add to the agenda? Going once, going twice. All right. Thank you all so much, and hope you all have a great weekend. Chat with you later.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.